Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tenors the Human, and welcome back to our King Arthur campaign. And no, your eyes do not deceive you, for this is the true Arthur. Arthur Pendragon has come to us, betrothed to Igerna. And yes, we have been questioning whether the Arthur we had was the true chosen one. But no, here he is. The true chosen one has come along, 16 years old, 16 years young. And with this, we can start our campaign proper now. Magnificent stuff. In case you're wondering where he is in the family tree, this of course is the current Arthur, 64, still lacking his famous Excalibur. In fact, his line is completely gone because Mordred of course died in battle, taking Alessia the fool. And yes, there's no one else. Guinevere had no other children with him, much like the real story. That is it. Just the one child and no heir to follow him on. Anyway, this is on Madoc's line down here. So we have Gawain the Catanici. Arthur Pendragon comes out, married to Igerna, who's 12 right now. But there we are. That is a medieval world for you, I suppose, or the ancient world. But that means that we have ourselves a new faction heir. Set him as the heir. I'm sorry, Arthur, but I think this guy is the real deal. You're going to have to deal with that. He will now have picked up the disinherited trait, sadly for him. But you know what? He'll have to just put up with that as he goes forward, because I think we have seen the true light, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what are our plans for him? I don't know exactly, but we do have the academy here. Warning! No, great minds will come out of this. Arthur Pendragon will get on. Actually, we could build the Temple of Trade Pantheon, which we, of course, I have put this into the game. So what we're going to get, 10% health bonus, happiness, tradable goods, and experience. So a nice mix of everything. We'll get to that in time. You don't need that immediately. What we'll do is we'll get him building some farms. That will be grand. And yes, otherwise we're looking good. We're looking good. As we noticed last time, Carthage are looking pretty strong. We are going to surf around the seas. What I need to do is try and get in contact with more of the peoples around this side of the world. So I do have my chap over here in the middle of nowhere. Normally you find lots of diplomats around these little marshes, but they seem to have disappeared at the moment. So yeah, a bit lost is Merlin at this stage. He's got some good retinue on him though, so maybe we should just send him back down this direction. We'll find a new diplomat for him to pass those on to. So we have to pick someone up. Maybe in Levarvan we can get one trained up, and we'll send him over to the east. Magnificent stuff. We have one here. We might as well get a fresh young chap to help us out. So where are we in general? Well, Marseille obviously just been captured. We have Arthur looking after that, the drunkard that he is in his old age. You can see cataphracts are available here, so get on that. Shipwright is obviously quite important. Our trade is booming across the islands here, and yes, it does seem like the Gauls still have central Spain, but the Spanish have been fighting them off. Kind of lost track of those forces at this point. I think though we saw a lot of them come up and face us last time, so probably time for Pelias of Glaver to start pondering his move southward. So I think what we'll do is we'll leave a unit behind. Just leave that one. Are you going to be happy? No, they're not, but we might well be able to fiddle the tax rate. Yes, that'll be absolutely fine. So if we do that, we'll just leave one unit of chariots behind. Bring you over to the bridge, and we won't march over till next turn. But we'll get ourselves set, ready to move on in to Lemon Town. It's got their faction heir in, which is interesting. He's not too bad, is he? Casual adulterer, but he's a tactical genius. So there you go, hand in hand, I suppose. Moving on eastward, we do of course see that the Romans are building their power base. The Gauls have failed to take Batavium despite the fact they had quite a large force sitting outside there, but we took Levarvan and they failed to take that back, so it's not looking too rosy for them. But the real thing is up in the north. The Germans seem to have reawakened, sadly. We're going to have to start taking them on. I do have assassins ready to take them out. We'll have a little pop at this guy. Not sure we're going to have any... Nope. Not going to have any luck with that. Martyr of Assassins for Uther the Killer, which is always nice to get. We'll have a little go at these guys. Spy at 38, probably best to go for first. Good news there. That's him gone down. Oh, that was our spy. Well, it trained us up anyway. Sacrifices had to be made. We need another spy now. So, anyone else want the job? Promise we won't kill you like I just did there. Okay. I should probably be a bit more careful with that in future. Let's assassinate this assassin. That's marvellous. We keep getting them trained up. Train increase once more. And skilled courtesan for this chap. So he's got himself up to 4 pretty quickly there. Lovely stuff. Well, I think you need to start heading north. Taking out more of these chaps. Yeah, they've got plenty of family members, sadly. I've killed a few, but they have enough settlements to keep pumping them out of nowhere. Probably time to head straight into this force here, actually. Because Maddock and his lovely grandson, Arthur, well, you know, somewhat anyway. Well, his granddaughter's married Arthur. He will have to build a nice legacy for him to work on. So, Captain Breno is our opponent here today. It's scrappy, but as we know, the spear warband are irritating. We've got the light chariots to cause the problems, so we just need to make sure we are careful. Pretty sure we'll be fine. Let's head in. Complete and utter chaos as we try and get our chariots outside. I've actually dragged all of these men out by the scythe, but we're a hardy bunch, we are, so they're absolutely fine. They've just gotten up, they're reattached their legs, ready to go. Probably get these chariots out to the flank as we get the rest of the lads out of the town. Well, while most of us get ready, we have the classic couple units that are swinging out to try and deal with us. I think we will do the normal thing then of absolutely destroying them with many units of chariots. They don't last very long. Their morale breaks instantaneously normally. Indeed it has on this occasion too. Straight to the screeching women. If they want to start pressing forward, they are welcome. They will get hit by a barrage of missiles. We will take our time to take them out, I think, but yeah, they are breaking instantly. Peasants well out of position, so we'll smother those as well. Just need to be careful of these spears because they are going to cause problems. Oh, no, yes, no, yes, no, no, yes, no, they're broken. Good. Be really careful with the phalanxes, of course. If these cav can just go and mop them up, that would be lovely. I think they are going to escape, sadly. We're going to get very close to the spears, but if we can break another unit, I'll be very happy indeed. Lovely stuff. We're narrowing this down to just the spears at this point, but we are not careful. We're going to end up getting ourselves killed. Our chariots are sensibly putting away as the main general unit comes towards them. The rest of them seem to actually finally be coming in, which is interesting. We'll get the dogs on the screeching women then. General can just stand there for the moment. I think most of these guys are on not on skirmish actually, so that's good. These guys don't seem to realise what the point of these cav are, and it's not to fight you, it's to cause chaos for everyone else. So the dogs are going to break those almost immediately. These are just going to shoot into them. They can continue to shoot down these guys. Are they just fleeing? Don't know. Well, the one unit who is bothering to attack, yeah, they've been routed pretty easily here. Tons and tons of skulls of Germans and Frenchmen alike being tossed in at them. Yeah, they've routed them immediately, which is good to see. These chariots have caused them to break. See if you can just break these guys. Charge might just do it. Never know. No. Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. They're broken. Don't break through them, please, then. Just run away. Thank you very much. Worth trying, but sadly we've ended up losing some men as a result of that. Lucky for us, they've decided to rout just next to the spikes. No, we're absolutely fine to take off the shooting, and it is time just to mop up the last few. Well done, lads. We've done well here today. Very few losses, 1% loss, just a couple chariots, as to be expected. But valiant defence of our town here. As we search down that last man on the battlefield, the dogs! The dogs don't know what the red line of death means. The dogs are going to go hunt each of those men down. That'll be marvellous stuff. Wonder actually if they will finish them off as we get them in distance. No! They've crossed the mysterious horizon of... Oh, that was interesting. Never really paid enough attention to see that before. Oh well. Well, you know what? We'll let this guy get away. Unless they're being a fool. No, they are being a fool. No, you get to die then, sir. Bye, Steve. Exhausted, broken, and now just a little bit stabbed. Victory is indeed the reward.
Like this go only to the best.
Marvellous stuff then. Well, we've learned how to use this army because it was a bit shaky at first. You just need, it's just the sheer volume of chariots. That really makes all the difference. So I think that's a generous amount that is escaping apparently there, but there we go. We'll have to take it. We'll get the High King's Hall built because we need to get that upgrade sorted. And as for units here, if we're going to get them in for another battle soon, better make sure I have one more infantry just to make sure we are safe. Yes, one of my assassins was caught and slaughtered. Bit of a shame, not the end of the world. Okay, right, it is, I think, pretty much time to end our turn. So what I need to do, I'll mop up these rebels and we'll see you in the next turn. Nothing particularly note in the end turn there, so straight on to Lemonum. Should be simple enough. They don't seem to have an awful lot around. I think we've largely broken the back, and they're sort of wondering what they do have left between their few towns. So the Gauls, as ever, seem to be squeezed out. I never noticed up here, not only is there a Brutii assassin, which is certainly of interest, but there's also a diplomat that's been hanging around here. Can't help but notice he's picked up publicly loyal, so clearly the Brutii are trying to bribe this off me, which is a little bit disconcerting. Do I have myself an assassin to send down to this guy? Probably need to do that. You know what, we'll have a little pop at these chaps, shall we? We'll start heading back down there. I don't think I can see any more around at this point. Fine. So you, sir, or 8% on you. What have we got here? 15 on the faction is pretty good. No, he's not having it. 8% on this guy seems very unlikely to me. Missed again. What else do we have with this chap over here? Have one more go, only 5. But no, it's not our day today, sadly. I'll tell you what, we'll get this guy moving down south. He can take out this Brutii assassin, 95% chance. That's fine. You've got a decent amount of talent for assassination, so we'll keep you in the loop, eh, mates? So you go over there. We probably, though, want... Well, actually, we do have a third one coming, actually. We have an extra assassin coming to support us, so we'll leave that for now. But yes, a very odd situation developing over there. It's not particularly useful to us. Elsewhere, obviously, our boat is about to make land in Cyrene over here. Might as well nab it. I think it's worth just grabbing because I like it, that's why. And we're going to try and grab this off the Greeks, and we'll probably try and nab Rose as well. It depends how they're doing. As far as I can tell, that's still Greek. This, that's now fallen to the Scipiones. So things are, yeah, that's Brutii. So things are starting to fall to the Romans here. The Greeks are probably being pushed back. Still got Phrygia, but the Pontics have all the other settlements around them. So I think they are beginning to get knocked back. So I'm just going to try and nab these for myself. No one would really care or remember, seeing as they are, seeing as they're pretty much gone at this point. This time we're not going to be assassinating our own spy. But maybe we won't be assassinating anyone else either, because we seem to be not getting the rolls this particular occasion. But we are slowly making our way over towards the Brutii assassin, who is so deeply offensive to us. Right, time to go and get ourselves landing over in Cyrene. Looks like there's nothing too much here to be... Oh, they've definitely been under siege before. Not sure who's had a go at them, but yeah, not looking too good for them. Right, let's just get our spy inside. And that's good. Bit of experience for you, sir. Bit of sneaky. Gives us a 24% chance. Not too high, but it'd be nice to kind of poke our nose in and get moving on. Indeed, the gate is open. That is great news. Great news indeed. Can we pick up... Yeah. Ooh, phalanx. Oh, we're going to pick up some more troops while we're here. That's good. We'll get some... we'll pick them up when we leave, actually. We'll keep ourselves fresh. So yes, let's head straight into Cyrene. Capture ourselves a random bit of the world.
Tonight we feast. Tonight we drink. Tonight we drown ourselves in ale. But before that, we must wash ourselves in the blood of our foes.
Magnificent speech there. We are in deep, deep fuchsia pink, an old favourite of mine from the old Rebel campaign, and fittingly it is to take one of my favourite Rebel cities. I don't know why I particularly like this town. It's always a bit backwards and old. I felt like it should have been given a little bit more prominence in the game, frankly, but there we are. It's just a bit of bias on my part. So we'll just get our missiles, just these 3 head hurlers at the front. If they want to cause any problems, we will just hail them in head hurlers. They're probably just going to use these the chariots by and large, because the chariots are they're the ones going to cause all the damage here. We're just going to shoot them down with arrows and hopefully make life pretty easy for the rest of us. Send the dogs in to eat them up. Shouldn't be too many problems here. So send the dogs in immediately. Why not? We'll send in our chariots as well. They might as well get themselves right up towards the gate there. Try and stay away from any potential shootings, because I wouldn't like any of that nonsense. If we can get the dogs to be running in, lovely. They are going straight through. Send the handlers away, because they otherwise get themselves dragged into all sorts of nonsensical affairs, don't they? So getting some shots in. Do as much damage as you can, chaps. Shoot them down. The dogs are going to chase people down. Luckily, in the city it works pretty well, doesn't it? They'll end up running to the plaza. Dogs are going to smother these chaps. Oh, I'm sorry, you Lydians. You're not looking too good right now. Feast, my puppies, feast on the flesh. And with that, they are going to run off to the town centre, because they know who they need to be killing. Oh, a few other puppies have joined the fight. Lovely stuff. Okay, go and have a good luncheon, sirs. We're going to get the chariots in to help you. A little shrine there. We'll be knocking that shrine down in a few minutes' time. We'll see if the dogs do much damage to the militia hoplites. Bit of experience on them. If they turn around and actually poke them properly, they might have a chance. But no, they've got their swords out. They're going to struggle. And in case you weren't sure about the damage that the dogs can cause, now, mainly it's morale damage that I use them for. You can see here that they've absolutely demolished the unit of skirmisher, and they've ripped apart that whole unit as well. The dogs have literally won this by themselves. Oh, this is a beautiful, beautiful thing. There'll be legends written about us all across North Africa, about the Britons who turn up and rip you apart with dogs. We'll rename you Gawain into Ramsay the Scary. I don't know. I mean, we need to find a better epithet for you. But anyway, clear victory for us. And with that, we have ourselves a little piece of Africa that's going to be incredibly rebellious, I imagine. Enslave. They're not very happy. It's not really surprising, is it? No. I'll tell you what, we'll get rid of your little godly shrine there. Marvellous stuff. And I think we're just going to need as much happiness as possible. So which route is going to end up best for that? To be honest, none of them are brilliant for it. We'll get the Brigante, because at least then we'll get the public health bonus. Lovely. Well, we'll have a little pit stop here just to see things settle down a little bit. We'll leave you two in the town. I don't really want to cause too many problems. Tell you what we'll do though. We'll hire a load of Libyan mercenaries to act as the garrison, because they are trash and just worth nothing. I want to keep the other guys safe. I like the other mercenaries. Of course, it's worth checking in on our good old beloved Arthur Pendragon. We need to pick up a bit of a trait or two while we're here, so we'll get him to train the odd unit here or there. Some heavy chariots are probably ideal, because that is actually what we want to be getting out of a capital there. Don't have a huge amount of money right now to be splashing around. A few upgrades going on, and yeah, a bit of farming would be grand. But of course, yes, we can head into Lemon Town. Did get an offer of peace from the ghouls. Oh, no more gates open, which is marvellous. Makes life very easy for us. Yeah, we'll storm in here. It shouldn't be too many problems. But yeah, I don't think we need peace at this point. We've got them on the run. We can just take their settlements off them. Just headed to here. Maridoc needs to go down. He can be a little bit dangerous with 3 experience and 5 command, but we should be absolutely fine, I reckon. Nothing too much. That's +2 morale. Got to bear that in mind. That's +1 morale. Yeah, they're going to fight on. They are going to fight on to the death. But no dogs this time to win the battle for us. So the old-fashioned way, mainly with chariots. As ever, they flee at the sight of the chariot, so we are going to actually just pull it into the city. Thank you very much. If they want to fight, that'll be absolutely fine. We'll just drown ourselves all around them. But yeah, we need to be a little bit careful because we can get pulled into fights too soon as we enter the town, and we might have a problem making them rout here. But we should be okay. Might lose a couple more chariots than we want to before they actually break. Finally broken. It took absolutely ages to break them on this occasion. Maybe we've got ourselves a little bit blasé when it comes to slamming chariots through my enemies. We'll get us all set up back here. General can come and back us up, and a few cataphracts, why not? Just get everyone set up, but if they want to be foolish enough to get close to us, we will slaughter them. But just be careful about the general. Other than that, we should be fine at this point. Looks like they're coming into play. This should be fun. Right, charging on the general, please. All of my infantry and all my cav just pile in on them as well. We have ourselves chariots all over the place. We'll take a few losses here, but I think we'll get the break in pretty quick. Yeah, that's the peasants gone. General is going to get himself swarmed. I think in general chariots, if you will get yourself in that direction, we will cover the retreat. But the general, what is he down to here? 21, yeah, he's lost a few. And the swordsmen need to now get in and finish them off, please. So, this is a bit chaotic. General's in there too. He could get himself killed here, but I'd be very unlucky if that would happen. There goes the general. Lovely mace of the knights there. Worth remembering, actually. They do carry themselves little maces as well. Oh, they're back to the spears. Yes, you can get them to use their little maces as well. I think they're all dead. Pretty much. I think there's like one chap left over here. That's pretty much it. And he's not having a good day, is he? No. He's really not. Oh, he's back up, and he's been slapped by 4 other horses. And I think he's dead this time. I think he's gone. So with that is pretty much this town gone. So we have a random death at the last second, like we had with who was that? Was it Hector? I don't remember which one of them died in the last second for no good reason. We still apparently can't kill this guy, so I'm going to get my chariots just to leave the city at this point. Let the rest of my infantry finish off the job. But we shouldn't really have too many issues. As the battle done. Chariots as ever causing complete nonsense in the city, but they've got the job done. They got the job done, and now we are going to be able to bring our 2 armies together over in Lemon Town. Now, if we just, we could spread these out, and that would give us more over here ready to grow it, and then we can build the infrastructure to make it happier. We're going to go for that. That's slightly going to cause more problems. Only 5% more problems. That's fine. Tell you what I'll do. I'm going to artificially use up some population. Make it a little bit better. 35. Okay, that really didn't help very much at all. But we will get some warband out just to keep it busy and yeah, hopefully help that settle down a little bit. So retinue expands there. Slave trader, indeed very useful. I do think enslaving is normally the best plan. I haven't done it so far, mainly because they've been happy and you need to get them up to minor cities ASAP, but enslaving is a great option on this game because it is an extra trading resource for 20 turns, so that is going to be bringing in extra money. That's lead, Thomas. Don't know where the slaves have gone. They're somewhere around here. Anyway, wherever they are, I can't see them because that's how slavery works. Right, let's get that up to very high tax rate. They are quite relaxed at the moment. With more towns, we have better budget to go and take on, well, go and have our army for the next battle. Wouldn't mind getting to the Nabi Martis before anyone else, so just need to keep an eye on what everyone else is doing. But on the whole, I think, yeah, I think we're fine. Actually, the one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to split up this force because some of them you'd head straight over to Crete, and I want to do it right now. So what I'm going to do is get these 2 back onto there, and I'm going to get a bit of a cheapskate. That's a bit interesting. Discount on truck costs. Big increase to squatter, but it gets you more money. Not particularly helpful. I'll tell you what, we'll throw you on there for now. I don't know if that's actually helped. It's made like no difference. Sad, but oh well. What we'll do then is, yeah, that's actually got the population nearly all the way grown at this point, which is good. So what we're going to do with you, sir, we're going to take your army. Might just leave... no, I'm just going to take the whole army. Take the whole army and just get moving on. I probably should leave you a boat though, shouldn't I? Yes, let's leave you some of the boats. Some of the boats can stick around at Cyrene. The rest of them, Captain Cador, Admiral Cador, of course, can head over to Crete. We'll wage war with the Greeks. Normally, I always bring a diplomat when I go to Crete because often the rebel army hides in the forest. So you can bribe them and then just take the city. I find that's the best way to do it. So we'll see if that falls into our hands easily enough. I don't think there was... Can I see in the city? Yes, I can. Yeah, they don't seem to have much of a garrison there. There isn't normally. Not much in roads. Be wary of roads. There's normally a full stack standing outside. Unsurprisingly, a bit of rioting has been going... Oh, Uther the killer. Oh, that's a harsh epithet on him. It was out of necessity. He was having assassins around him. Uther the king is dead. The king is dead, and that means we have ourselves a new king. Get out of the way. This isn't the time for you. Let's quickly analyse this guy. It's a bit average, isn't he? Benefactor of Arthur. No. Don't. Well, actually, sorry, Arthur, but not Arthur Pendragon. So it's this Arthur down here. He could do with someone else. You know, we need the numbers, so you, sir, join him. Okay. So that means the king is dead. Long live the new king. He's a bit young. He's going to be king for a while. But then, you know, he was young when he plucked the sword out of the stone. I think it's time for him to go out into the world with his chariot friends very, very soon. Oh, this is magnificent news. We can go and capture the Narby Martius for us. That'll be lovely stuff. He can meet up with Arthur himself. And he'll pass over the retinue that should have been his. The only retinue we lost with Uther was the old slubbergudgeon, who obviously is only negative, so I'm not worried about him whatsoever. Do just need to be wary though if there are any Dacian armies around, but they don't seem to be. They seem to have left us alone. Good, that's the old assassin gone. Gained a bit of cutthroat, always good to have on us. Now, elsewhere, yes, we've got ourselves the High King's Hall. We've got a bit more money coming in now. We've actually got besieged. I will hold out on that for the moment until we at least lift that. What else has been going on this turn? New faction leader, Arthur Pendragon, of course. And Elaine has died. How very sad. I think that was Madoc's wife. I can't actually quite recall. So we're going to family tree. Let's just figure out what's happening. Arthur Pendragon, faction leader. Cool. So yes, that guy is yes, this end of the tree. This is Arthur's kind of mate that he's kind of picked up. It might as well be his son. He's pretty young actually. Surprisingly so. He's just a bit lonely really. He's lost his son. He's lost his wife. He's been disinherited. It's not going well for him at all. So Arthur Pendragon will take the lead from here on in. That means Arthur's back to being faction heir. So is he lost disinherited? Yeah, he's lost disinherited. How lovely for him. He can die without disinherited trait because he's not going to ever be king. How sad. Arthur is now a faction heir of himself. Luckily, there are no civil wars in this game. Otherwise, we'd have a fair few problems. So yes, obviously we've got the Germans putting us under siege. Cyrene kind of survived fine. This is kind of why we left us with this. Sometimes when you have riots and things, you can pick up certain traits. I haven't looked into it as much in this as I have in Medieval 2. I'm imagining things are very similar. They tend to be very similar. But I would assume it's a very similar trigger. Annoyingly, we actually lost a big chunk of the population there. And I'm losing them for the warband as well, which is a shame. Once it's settled down, I'll be able to disband, which is what I'm looking to do. So we get you moving this direction, just ready in case we find pirates. No. Okay, good. 3 units. Doesn't look like there's anyone floating around. Gonna land there. Have a chat with them. Maybe some aggressive diplomacy will be what's in store for these chaps. Lovely stuff. Oh yes, Merlin. Merlin was on his way in this part of the world. Yeah, Dacia are very strong. Have they got this one now? No, they do have Motus though. So their map's looking even better than it actually looks on their big screen there. So we can get these two to meet. That'll be lovely. Thrace are kind of completely pointless. We'll go and get these two. Actually, no. Can they pass over unless they might need to be in an army together? Oh, I didn't think this through. Alas, I want to pass over the retinue. I'm not sure I can do that unless they're actually together. We'll see about that. I'm pretty certain I do need them to be grouped as one. Now this guy's still here trying to bribe me. I might actually be tempted to assassinate him next turn. He's 64. Let's just hope he passes away. He does need to go. Oh yes, got the +3 farms here. Level 4 farms, as it were. These are the pictures from Barbarian Invasion, by the way, so I haven't made any of my own for this because obviously in Barbarian Invasion the Barbarians do have access to all these things, so I've just taken the art from that. Apart from obviously the things like here, like the Pantheons, I've put in other pictures just again from Barbarian Invasion, but they don't actually get the Pantheons there, but I've just recycled some of those pictures just so it just looks normal. I don't really like to make my own things too much. It breaks me out of the kind of fantasy world of the game here. Now where are we? Over here at Samarbriva. We need weaponsmith would be good actually. I cannot argue with a weaponsmith because I need the heavy chariots. But my only thing is we are struggling with public order a little bit, and I could do with more money. So let's get the market. Just for the money for now, but I need to be careful about how happy they all are in these various towns. I have just turned up the tax rate in quite a few of them because I do desperately need a bit of just money injection, frankly. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this force here. Oh, how much of this can we leave behind though? Maybe 1 unit? No, they're not too happy about that. Unsurprising, really, but put it down to normal tax rate. That'll be absolutely fine for the meantime. Do we have enough to actually defend this bridge, though? Not if they bring all this together. You know what, then? We'll stay in there for now. We'll bide our time a little bit. Merlin's obviously... Arthur's got his army down here anyway, so we can start dealing with that in time. But we'll get... Actually, to be fair, that's the last thing you need. Yes, have a market. Get your tax rate whacked up. I missed that last turn when I redid everything. Get some retraining for our lovely warlord, and perfect. So we need to do. We've got one more turn whilst a new king Arthur Pendragon. We never even got the original king, but yes, our new king Arthur can go and fight them off. Now, as for these guys, they are pretty resistant to this now because we failed too many times, which is a bit of a shame. Bit of a waste to even try killing these chaps, so I'm going to send them on little training missions instead. Go and blow up a market or something, cause them some problems. Over here we can probably just try and kill this captain, 31% chance. Failed that anyway. Right, what we need to do, we need to head out and attack these chaps here. Now, not sure what they've got. Nothing too high level, but to be honest, the spears are more worrying than the axemen most of the time. So, to be honest, they're not too good. He has +4. Yeah, unsurprising. Wow, I have really given him a lot of interesting traits here. That is all my fault. Okay, well, they might get paranoid in time, but it probably won't happen because we're going to kill him now. Apparently, he's from Caerleon, from Camelot. No, we can't have that. Right, we don't have the best army to defend here, but we've got enough. We've got enough, I reckon. So we'll give them a poke. If we need to retreat back in the city, that's what we'll do. So into here, it's going to be a big bout. We just need to hold them off. Weirdly, as we come out of the town, they're just running off in this direction. I don't know if they're just going to reform over there or if they're just running away. When you face the Britons, they tend to do the opposite. They tend to run over to this side of the map. So I don't know if it's a similar kind of weird thing happening here. I don't know. Very bizarre. Right, won't send out the dogs. I'll send out the cav in case we need to mop anyone up, such as these screeching women. Definitely see what they need mopping up. The axemen we might as well go and pounce on whilst we have the opportunity. Send the general out. We just get the chariots out first because otherwise it'll disrupt all of our formations. And straight after that we'll just get the infantry into position. Something like that would be magnificent. Now if these axemen want to go down pretty quickly, that would suit me very well. Lovely. They have broken pretty much immediately, which is what I would always expect to happen. Moving to the next unit. Don't know what they are doing, but at the moment they're all over the place. So and try and pick them off while they're a bit separated. They are just about organising themselves now, but the charge is going to be effective on these guys. Might actually break up the Screeching Women too. Yeah, lovely stuff. Got to be careful. Again, we've learned our lesson, sort of, from earlier in the campaign. We've managed to take out several units before the battle's even really started, so get the cavalry on those axemen, they can mop them up. Screeching women need to go down, and we will head straight into them. Yeah, it feels like playing Roller Coaster Tycoon right now. In fact, that's been a long time since I played that. I need to get back on that game. Classic. But it's time, I think, to pull out chaps because, yes, we're getting worryingly close at this stage. So pull out into this direction. And I think if these guys actually want to do what I'm telling them to, they can go and hunt down those guys. What are we doing? Just get rid of these guys. Chariots are whimsical things. They really do refuse to do anything that you really ask them to. We really do need to pull out now because one of them just wandered all the way over there. We'll just shoot down what's left. That will work for us. Let's get our missile troops running out at this point because they have not started moving. Get the dogs behind the line and we're pretty much ready to get going here. I do love the ludicrous nature of their particular positioning here because they've put all these guys right on the wing, which just means we're going to do our best to absolutely obliterate all of their mercenaries. We're going to get themselves caught out of position, instantly routing, and we're just going to wrap them up. And honestly, when we're just left with a few of those spearmen, they're not really a problem. Lovely. They are broken at this point. Right, if our barbed cavalry need to be careful, actually. But I do want to get my chariots in to mop them up as much as possible. You've got to be careful because their general could easily absolutely demolish us. Let's get into those guys though. Make sure that we clear all of these, at least route. Doesn't matter if we don't mop them up, but we need to be clearing up as many of them as possible. We can get those barbed cavalry over here. Actually, it probably will be a good idea. Just get all the way back, and we're going to start to flank them. Don't know how well chariots do against dogs, but yeah, they've released the dogs on us. Actually, it seems like the dogs are being utterly slaughtered, which is interesting. The general might be coming for us at this stage, though, so I really need to be careful with them. Everyone else has started flooding forward into some sort of position. No, chariots, do not get drawn in. Your light chariots are not supposed to get drawn properly into these battles. If you want to take them on, we can pull them into another battle that suits us more. Not this. Oh, they're going to get themselves killed. Right, you guys, go and mop them up. That'd be absolutely grand. These guys might as well stay there because they're preventing them all from routing. You bring them over here. Yeah, we can get our general into this as well now. But he's going to go. He's going to charge straight through us. You know, that's not worth it. But what might be worth it is if we can get this line a little bit further forward. So you all charge forward. Okay, they've run away now. That's fine. That's fine. I think they are actually fleeing at this point, which is a little bit disappointing. We might, though, just be able to catch this general here, so we'll try and get a charge in, but they're going to block us a little bit, which is a bit irritating. But if we can just bring him into battle, I don't mind losing these mercenaries too much. Chariots, well, we can sacrifice them if we need to. Just want to make sure my general doesn't do anything stupid here. Infantry is running, but we'll see how much damage they can actually do. They're routing over there as well. Is their general going to get caught out here? He might do. I'd very much be upset if he didn't get caught. Our general is in to join the fray. Our general is in against theirs. No! Over here! There we go. Lovely. General was in with that, and we might just catch him now. Yes, we got him. We got him. Perfect. Perfect. Right, that means the rest of us can get on with mopping them up. They are in bit. Oh, yeah, no, our other chariots have actually routed them. That is really good news. I don't think any of the... Yeah, they're just all broken. They're all gone. They're all gone. Mop them up. Mop them up. No one is going to get away from this. Absolute rout on their part. Magnificent stuff. Okay, infantry are just pouring forward. These chariots, they've done good work. They might be fleeing at this point, but they did the job they were supposed to do. They've thrown themselves in, and it got the breaks that we needed. Well done, by the way, to these barbarian cav, wherever they are. yeah, well done to them. They stood up against the general. I thought they would just break instantly, but no. They stood up. They fought well. And yeah, I don't know, something broke. It might have been them or the chariots, but either way, they did very well. They managed to pull that general, keep him in the fight long enough for the good old hero here, got Maddox, to come and finish the day. With that, we have another big stack of Germans killed. Now, as much as we struggled a little bit with these spears at the start, we have definitely learned how to win this, and they just don't seem to know how to take us on, do they? They've been utterly slaughtered. The dogs are back on their little job again. Heroic victory. It's hard to argue with that. That was golden. A dead enemy always smells good. Indeed, we can smell the pungent smell of victory here today. And with that, it's probably time to leave us for another day with the ascension of King Arthur, and not really the one we were imagining. The true King Arthur, who looks a little bit young and boring right now, but it's fine. He's getting a bit of young education at the academy, and he's training up with his mates to be on the heavy chariots. So it will be grand. He'll come down and conquer the Labi Martius for us in good time. Elsewhere, of course, we do have the force in Cyrene. The force going to go and conquer Crete. That'll be lovely. And I think we can scrap Rhodes and manage to hold it. All of our problems in terms of public order might just be okay. Not public order, that's the wrong thing. Public order is going to be the problem. In terms of money, we'll be fine, because obviously the port boost from the Colossus of Rhodes is absolutely bonkers. But all of that will be next time. I will leave you for now. I'm Thomas, this is Nerds to Human, and this has been a King Arthur campaign. It has been the rising of our true king. Thank you, and goodbye. They are just throwing themselves to their deaths! Woohoo! Chunky death. Oh, that wasn't a very good charge. Oh, we're flying! There is no one near beside him. Yeah! Axe in the head! Axe in the head. Yeah, beautiful.